Right, so fresh back from the rolling road. I'm near Brands Hatch. So we got 136.7 brake horsepower, 110.7 foot-pounds of torque at peaked at 5,160 revs per minute. So yeah, we're there. So that's the most of the torque is at 5,000 revs. So yeah, so that's, I'm very happy with that. Very happy. So I mean, what that is based on is, I don't know if you can see that or not, obviously Swiftune built engine. If you can't see it from the video, then I'll get Keith to I'll send him a photo and he can put it on as a picture on the video. So on the dyno at Swiftune, it came out 139 brake horsepower at 7,500 revs and 110 foot-pounds at 5,500 revs per minute. So yeah, very happy with that. I think he said it was about 116 at the wheels. So yeah, very happy with that. So whilst I've got you recording, I just thought I'd show you around the inside or the dash part of the car. So I've got obviously on off engine start here, fuel pump, auxiliary fan and headlights. Obviously quick release steering wheel. You notice there's no cabling there. So I've got what's called a freewheel system to control all the indicators and other bits and pieces on the steering wheel, because once I'm strapped in I can just about touch that, but I can't touch the other buttons. I can touch the stuff on there, but so everything I need to touch is on the steering wheel. It's all wired to this receiver box, which then sends a radio signal to the control box under the dash. So that obviously just clips on. So we've got indicators, horn, wash and wipers, hazards, main beam and front and rear screen demist. That's my lap counter, solo lap counter. On most tracks you're not allowed to record your lap times, so when I'm in the pit lane, it goes between my legs, out the pit lane, clips on, away we go. So yeah, that's the steering wheel. These aren't paddle controls, not that sophisticated. So first problem I had when we first built the car was just the original stock standard mini CAD quick change. Gear stick was down here, so when you're strapped in, strapped back, it was very difficult to get into first and third. So this is actually a mini moke quick change gear selector, and it's perfect now. So that's that. I've just upgraded all of the padding on the roll cage. The stuff I had in here was blue, but it wasn't fireproof. So I've just changed that all over to fireproof stuff, just in case I ever do I don't know, the Brands Hatch Mini, fastest mini in the world thing. And so yeah, so I've got stack gauge, stack water temp, VDO, fuel gauge. I did have a stack gauge, but I had to change the fuel tank, and the stack sensor didn't fit in it. So it's a VDO, petrol gauge and VDO sender in the tank. This controls all the bits on the stack gauge, and so does that. That's a brake bias for the rear brakes, and yeah, obviously massive mirror, very good viewing through the back. Yeah, I think that's it inside. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn you off, then I'm going to just show you around the whole of the sort of inside of the Mini, and then I'm going to get it up on axle stands on one side and just show you, or those viewers that haven't had the chance to watch the Bolt series, just take you around, show you what sort of running gear I've got on the car, and just take you, just give you show you a sort of general sort of view around the car. Right, so I'll take you around the inside of Bolt, just show you everything I've put in there. So obviously got a full bolt in roll cage in. Like I said, I've just upgraded all this to fireproof stuff. I think it's FIA approved. Just generally, well, you might knock your knees or your head and whatever. It's quite difficult to show you everything inside, but so I'll try my best. So obviously you've got the safety harnesses on the rear rail, lightweight Sparco racing seats. Obviously the driver's seat is set back further than the passenger, just because the ears on, I call them ears, don't, when they're both at the same level, the seats don't actually fit in, they're too wide. So plus me and Keith have got long legs, and so we need a seat quite far back. So I've got dash wise, the pod and the dash came from Curly UK. It's obviously carbon fibre. So did the door cards. Plastic windows. Just a simple release system for the for getting out the car. We don't need anything else on there. Obviously a pull handle. We can operate that with both hands, either with the elbow, both hands. It's just literally push it and door open. So yeah, that's very handy. Keith sort of made up that system just by using something, all the existing sort of controls for the door lock. So obviously got, you see that, so we've got kill switch, engine start, fuel pump. Light's not very good on that, is it? What is that? Yeah, so that's for the two auxiliary fans on the radiator, front radiator. Obviously they're the lights. I've got an OBP pedal box with the what are they called? Master cylinders bolted on the inside. We bought the pedal box. I bought the pedal box, and Keith had to make up a bracket using the existing pedal box. So I've just had to put new it's like sandpaper gripless stuff on the floor because the other stuff have worn out. I've also put some new ones on the pedals. All the fuse relays and fuse board is all underneath the dash there. What else? Fire extinguisher, which I'm going to upgrade to a fire suppression system, but at the moment I just didn't have enough time through the winter to do that. So yeah, so just going around some of the car, obviously you've got fuel tank in the back with a fuel pump and filter. I did have a big rectangular tank in there, but I suppose it was quite big. Didn't really need that size tank in there, so went for this concept racing one. Fuel pump, fuel filter. All standard kind of stuff on the back. Just quick release boot there. Obviously carbon fibre roof, so we did have to cut the steel roof off. This is fully just a carbon fibre roof. It's just got a sort of 2-inch bit of the original roof that this sticks onto. A lot of you have seen in the engine, so reservoirs for the brake and clutch cylinders, usual stuff, wipers and stuff. So oh yeah, I've got. So when we did the build, Keith got these plates made for me. So the one's in there. It's like a VIN plate, but obviously there's no VIN number on this. Then I've got another one down here. Which is a nice touch. Yeah, so that's a lovely looking engine. Still no oil leaks, which I'm very happy about. So what I'd do, so obviously the grille is on, bit of a gap there, but it seems to work with the bonnet at the moment. The wheel arches came from carbon weasel. Door mirrors came from Demon Tweaks. The wheels, these are actually Force Racing wheels. I have got some specialist component wheels as well. So these are my semi-slicks. I've got another set of SC wheels for wet tyres, and I've also bought another set of SC wheels for full slicks, which I'll end up putting on next year now. I've never driven a car on full slicks, so might be interesting. Carbon fibre bumpers, front and rear, they come from Archangel. Obviously polycarbonate windows in the sides, heated for screen front and rear. I was just filled in the old filler cap, a bit of carbon fibre. So yeah, I'm just going to get it on jacks, and then I can show you what the running gear is. Right, so we're starting the front. Again, this is just for people that haven't seen the build of Bolt. So we've got CAD, big disc, fixed discs and calipers. They're actually slightly, although they use the same sort of Metro pads, they're just slightly, the calipers are slightly bigger, so they don't, not all wheels actually fit on them. So you can get floating big discs, but I went for the fixed ones, less maintenance. So we've got titanium top arms, standard subframe, Coney shocks or dampers that Swiftune had specially made for me. I don't believe there's any on the market the same as that at the moment. So we've got full adjustable camber toe, bottom arms and tie rods. Also got Metro alloy CAD hubs on both sides, and I've now got Hardy Spicer and race drive shafts, and obviously high-lows. So that is the front, and then on the rear we've got CAD alloy radius arms, CAD camber brackets, adjustable for toe and camber. Again, Coney shocks, DSN alloy back plates, alloy hubs. These are apparently better than the super thin type. Couldn't tell you why, but apparently they are. So yeah, and then obviously I've got CAD anti-roll bar across the back, obviously high-lows. I think that's probably it. So I've done as much as I can to sort of lighten the car as much as possible. I did look into getting a rear beam set up with coilovers, so losing the main sort of subframe, but according to Nick, they don't work that well, and it was better to stick to a standard subframe. It's tried and tested. It works. We've been running this car for nearly 3 years. Not a lot this year, but it's absolutely perfect on track. So yeah, I'm happy with the suspension setup. Obviously the car needs a clean. Paintwork's okay. It's the first car I ever painted in cellulose. It's a bit tatty in places, but yeah, it's serves a purpose. That is Bolt, the first car that me and Keith built from a bare shell, and still going strong. Next video will be the track day me and Keith are on the 23rd of October at Goodwood, and hopefully we can both keep it on the track with the up-rated power.